Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Anything Up in this hood, and you know me. You know me to be the type of guy to make you what ifs. Don't ask what happened about my uploading schedule. My uploading schedule is just uploading schedule. But yeah, my uploading schedule, don't ask about it. Just know. YouTube, like school life, and I live in South Africa, so I don't really have the American holidays, which is like flipping 4 months, 5 months weekend, 5 months, 5 months, 4 to 5 months. I don't know. Holiday which you guys have, but I don't. So yeah, and because of that, I'm making a what if. You can see by the screen, and it's gonna be a 1 to 2 short what if. To just clarify. And let's get started, ladies and gents. It's your boy Anti-Whatif, and what's up, any gang? Today we're making a what if deku was framed. One shot or two shot really depends on my mood. Got me, got you. So, ladies and gents, this will be a very good what if. Let's get started. So we get started. Deku's life is normal. I'm talking about it's the most normal thing until he's also gonna get cheated on, and it's also gonna be an 18 plus. So this is not gonna be for adults. I promise you. This is not gonna be for adults. I promise you. Why am I making 18 plus? Because I don't know. I just fucking feel like it. And I just might as well use the knowledge I learned from school. Zuko will have a quirk in this world. I will soon tell you guys the quirk, but it will never activate until he gets betrayed. Actually, framed, betrayed. He's basically gonna get betrayed, framed, and cheated on. Basically, all the big three. So let's get started. So basically, Deku's life is basically normal for the rest of the thing, but then here's where he gets cheated on. First, he goes to his girl, like he goes to Uraraka. He's about to give her some flowers. Because, like, it's the varsity. Yeah, Uraraka and Deku started dating, I don't know when they were little. And now they've been boyfriend and girlfriend for a very long time. So, yeah, I think a decade. Yeah. So, for a decade of relationship, to just go like that. So, yeah. Izuku's about to go to Izuku's going to Uraka's room. Wow, I can't believe a decade of dating Uraraka. She's the most beautiful girl. He walks. He knocks on the door. And no response. He knocks again. No response. But you know what he hears from the other side? How am I making this sound? I'm actually on a bed, Kennedy, but like, never mind. For example, UA will be a college just so I can not get sued out here and start saying what I'm starting to become a molester or whatever. I'm not PDD up here, but yeah, you get the point by this point. But yeah, Zuko hears that and he breaks. He doesn't break to the point of there's 3 shards of Zuko. I will tell you this. He breaks emotionally. So he's mentally okay, physically okay, but emotionally broken. Because of that, he breaks down, of course. He opens the door thinking maybe she's just like jumping on the bed with her friends and all that. He sees Bakugo and Uraraka. You might be like, why is it always Bakugo? Because I am not that type of person to introduce a new character. If a new character doesn't have to be introduced. So he sees Bakugo doing the devil's tango, you get me? with Uraraka. He breaks down and starts crying. He says, 10 years, 10 years, 10 years of dating you, of love, of affection. I showed you love, I showed you affection, I bought you nice things. And that's how you show me. That's how you show me love, affection. Yeah, basically he says everything. Like he says everything out. Everything he did for her. And she just says, you never truly showed me love. You never want the way Bakugo was there. No, just exit. You see the girl doesn't want you. Ha! Let's go back. And they continue on doing the double tango while he's still there. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit sick. So Deku closes the door and leaves. Deku walks down the hallway and almost the whole entire classroom heard, but this is where a little bit framed comes from. Everyone got a message about they got a traitor inside there. And they assumed. And then it was said it could be Deku because he has the most information. So yeah, technically he could be the traitor. Because why does Deku? But then they're like, but he also is a massive. So I'm sick. But he's also a massive All Might fan, so maybe. But they also thought it was Deku the traitor, even All Might himself. But All Might fast contradicted himself. He was like, it couldn't be him. But he was always so perfect at the same moments of every single action. He was always there for the most perfect moments. So maybe he's not the traitor. We won't know. So what happens is that even instead of comforting Deku, they just look at him in a traitorous way. Some thinking it could not be Deku, some thinking it is Deku. But at the end of the day, they all know. They all believe. They don't know. But they all believe that it is Deku. They all believe that it's Deku. So at the end of the day, they all believe that it's Deku. So what they do was what happens with Deku is that Deku goes to the classroom. The only person that doesn't believe it was Deku is Azawa and just Azawa. It's just Azawa who says it can't be Deku. Why? Because Azawa has keeping a good eye on Deku, and Deku is not him. But Azawa over the whole entire school says Deku, so Azawa can do anything but vote against, but realistically, it ain't gonna change. So what happens is that Deku goes inside the classroom, sits down on his desk, class starts. A few hours later, class starts. They talk about the traitor. They don't talk about the traitor, but when it's after school ends, instead of going to the dorms, they take, like, they all ask Izuku to go with them. Fine. They go to front of of the academy, the college academy gates. All Might also there. And Azawa doesn't do anything actually. Azawa does nothing. But I'll say even not the user. The users know the truth because the users can see through the memories of the current users and the past users, because I'm gonna give them that like avatar type of ability of seeing through each past user, and yeah. So he can see every single. They can see his memory and they know it's clean. They can tell on my because on my currency is not fully connected because of that hat thing. He's not actually connected to the users. He doesn't fully learn how to connect to them without having one for all, basically. So what he does, what they think, what is because he tried asking, but like he doesn't really have connection to the past users. So the past users know. So All Might plucks out a hair from Deku, and I must say it doesn't really have to be uh what you call it chosen. Mostly depends on the fact is that if this person has your DNA, like let's say you if like you dropped a little bit of blood inside their mouth, it doesn't have to be willingly transferred. Your quirk could be transferred by mistake if you're not really focused on keeping the quirk, on holding the quirk, or you're not using it, and you're not really focused on really focused on, I don't know, something that allows the quirk to still be on and still be active inside you. So what All Might did was pluck out the hand, and Dick was like, "Ow, that hurts." I said, "You traitorous scum." All Might punches him with at least, I must say, 20%. Then gives the head to Bakugo, and then Bakugo uses a explosion with One For All, meaning it's a bigger explosion, and it hits uh Deku with so much force. Deku hits the gate, and the gate has a dent, and it broke like his back ribs. They're all broken. His quirk is not upgraded yet. Who framed him? I must say it was this this villain named, I don't know, random villain, who can basically take disguises of pictures he sees. So the most obvious one would be Deku's one, because like he's trusted. Da 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 da. So he just took a picture of Deku and went. So he faked it. So yeah. I knew what Deku's had and all that. I don't know why. Just specifically, just so you know. So what? So they punched. Like the whole entire class basically just beat up on Deku. Acid was on Deku's chest. Uh, the a frog's poison was on his arm. A cannonball was in his chest of swords. Ice fire was burning him. Uh, those purple balls were stuck to his arm to put him on the wall. On the gate, the gate metal was already piercing through him, so he was dying basically. And then All Might, after they all beat him up, All Might grabbed him and said, "You traitorous scum, butter, you have cast that away from you, eh?" So All Might threw him out, throwing him, and he hit a car and recoiled from the car, and then he flew into a dustbin next to the LEV something. I forgot to call it. Villains love live villain something. I forgot to call it. But the Shigaraki thing. The one all for one headquarters basically. So Zuko's inside the trash, basically bleeding from all the holes, and his quirk activates. What is his quirk? His quirk basically makes him Superman, but like Injustice Superman. Injustice Superman type Superman. So he basically gets his vision, but his vision is green. Basically gets a super speed, super strength, the cool ice breath, but for the ice breath and the heat vision are totally gonna be like they're still gonna be there, but for the ice breath, he basically can control that. He can create ice breath and heat and fire. So basically, he doesn't have to breathe out. He can use his hands to summon his quirk to make his ice appear and his fire and his heat visions or the heat from the heat visions to heat up locations or make fire with the quirk. So it's not really a quirk, cause yeah, I'm gonna say it's a quirk kind of ish. It can be taken, no. It cannot be taken. And he has a little bit of fast healing, a little bit of a fast healing quirk, which allows him to heal. So he is starting to heal now, but after the beatdown. And you know what makes it even worse? Bakugo went to Deku's mother because he also thought it was a traitor. So he said, because like she was asleep, she didn't hear about any of this, and this is broadcasted to the world. So Bakugo kills Deku's mother by basically lighting a fire inside her house because since they trust each other, yeah, it kills since they trust each other. He let Bakugo's family have the key to her house if they wanted to enter, and maybe if they maybe had to enter to fetch something inside the house that they might have forgotten. So he let a furnace inside the house burn, and yeah, the whole house went on flames, and they found out who it was, Deku's mother, and yeah. Deku doesn't know this yet, so he's like, I can maybe save myself because like I must stay alive for my mother. He sees Toga next, almost coming closer to him. Please help me. Azuku falls asleep. Not falls asleep, passes out actually. Passes out. Let's see how long this thing. Azuku passes out. He wakes up inside the on not inside the League of Villains headquarters on a hospital bed with bandages all over him. All for one already tried taking the quirk from like Deku's quirk, but like it rejected him. Like he thought, but like he didn't get all one for all. So he was like, so they took away your quirk. No, he saw on the news they took away Izuku's quirk, and so yeah, they say Izuku's quirkless now, bara. So that he's like, they took away your quirk. So he gave Zuko a faster healing quirk, so he can actually heal back from all his injuries. So Zuko wakes up, and he sees Toga on him, on his lap. Zuko's now, because of like the quirk is activating, his body has changed to fit the quirk, so he's more buffer, more slimmer, more ripped. But this was but now I'm gonna tell you what happened while Deku was asleep for those hours. Deku, after passing out, Deku wakes up in his mindscape where he sees a man, a man, a man, chains wrapping this man, holding him down like a dog. His arms up, his knees down, chains piercing him, chains wrapping around him. And this man is It's Injustice Superman. It's not Injustice Superman, it's Deku's quirk personality. Which is what you see when his eyes glow green is where his quirk personality is there. When his eyes are just regular regular black, that means it's just regular Zuko. But when his eyes glow green, it's his quirk personality. You're finally awakened me. He says, "Who are you?" "I am you. I am you. I'm your alternate personality. I am you, truly." Uh, as the man, which we all know is Deku's quirk personality, opens his eyes green. "I am you. The you that chose. The you did not banish. The you that you forgot. I didn't. I forgot nothing." You say, as the chain starts snapping. As the quick personality dashes at Deku, then stops briefly. "I am you, Zuko, Victoria." He's like, "What?" And he sees this man. This man has the fit. You can see this Deku has. This man has the fit Deku's doing, and he's doing what Deku in this picture is doing. "I am finally freed. With a near-death moment, I had to awaken, so it freed me from the chains." As the man walks around, do you even know what your quirk can do? Your quirk can make you the most powerful man alive. It can make you so powerful you could kill. It all depends on your mental state. And since you're emotionally damaged with cheating, you're mentally broken with the beating from all your friends, everyone you trust, the people you've helped become better people, leaving you to die and rot. They didn't. They just thought it was me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was you. It of course wasn't you. But someone had to take the blame. They blamed it on you, the most carefree, most honest boy. Leave me now. How am I supposed to leave? You and me are the same person, same people, same everything. He looks at Deku with a sinister smile. "We are in Sukamotoria, or as your friends used to know you, Deku. But I like to give us a new name, a new nickname. Injustice." This will be Deku's name because, I reference into. He's like, "Why injustice? You're a villain now. Everyone hates you. It's just misunderstanding. Misunderstanding. They hated you. They threw you out. They didn't even try searching for information check. Even if it was you, even if it wasn't you, they just threw you away, beating you to a pulp, threw you away and called you a traitor. What are you? You're right. They didn't try. They didn't. They didn't even do anything. They didn't even try to ask, "Is this you?" They didn't even try what they're doing that day. They just assumed. They assumed and they assumed wrong. They threw you away because they knew you were the scapegoat. They threw you away because they thought it was you. And they threw you away because they did the right thing by throwing away a useless, quirkless boy. But you're no more quirkless now. You're right, they did. But why you say I'm no more quirkless? Oh, with me being a weaker kid and being free from those cassette chains, your powers have been unlocked. Your quirk, actually. And your quirk is part of your DNA. You have green flames that can burn as hot enough to at least melt concrete from its concrete form to its liquid form. Your heat is strong enough to bend through glass with ease. You're strong enough, and you've at least your eyes can shoot lasers strong enough to cut through buildings. You've cold breath that can freeze anyone that steps into the mist. You can fly. You're as fast. You're at the speed of a Mach 2. You can run at fast. You can run Mach 2 speeds. You're strong because of the Degabush incident. You're strong enough to pick up a building with ease. Because you are injustice. And this, your strength becomes stronger with each time, with the injustice you feel. Every time injustice happens, you become stronger and stronger and stronger. Because your name, your identity is injustice now. So live to my name, live to our name as injustice. So, will you shake? Will you not shake, not hold? Will you take my hand as you become injustice? Izuku, after knowing that injustice was right about everything, they didn't try to explain, they didn't try to find out, they just left him to rot. They thought it was an scapegoat. So what did Izuku do? Took the hand of injustice and took the powers of injustice himself. So basically, injustice is basically Superman's powers, but like with green flames, green laser, and the fact that, and what's the fact? And the fact he gets stronger with each time he gets mentally broken, and he already has 3 times the strength. Through what I said, he can shoot through buildings. He is strong enough to lift buildings, like All Might. He's currently Injustice is as strong as All Might currently now. You might be like, no, Superman can actually beat All Might. No, I'm saying currently Izuku could fight All Might, and they will be both on the equal levels because of the fact that Izuku's not fully broken. He's just mentally, physically, and emotionally broken. No, he's just physically emotionally broken. Mentally broken is when he wakes up. So Injustice teaches Izuku how to control his powers, how to create ice weapons, how to create fire weapons, how to shoot his lasers, how to make his ice breath, how to be able to fly, how to move at such speeds, how to control his strengths. So Zuko learns all this and he wakes up. He sees, because his body has changed now because of him accepting his quirk and becoming injustice. He will not wear a mask because, yeah, it'll be like that. So with him being injustice, he wakes up, his body's more fit, he's more muscular, he's more toned. He's a nice V shape. He has 6 pack abs. Basically, he's a very handsome individual being. And he sees Toga on his lap. And he's like, "Who are you?" Because look, Kennedy here, his left eye is green like that, and his regular eye, his right eye is black. To show the difference between injustice and him, those two eyes will not always be this. Like it won't be like that. For Kennedy, in this moment, it is like that. So Zuko has the two eyes as waking up, and he says, "Who are you and where am I?" I'm Toga. Her, she just calls herself Toga. I mean, she doesn't like her last name because of what her last name's background is. And he looks to his side and sees someone. He's like, "Who are you?" Then he's like, "And you're in the League of Villains headquarters." And he looks at Twice and says, "Who are you?" "I'm Twice." And yeah, she's right where you are. She told you where you are. So can't you? This is Twice. This is Twice and this is Toga. So he holds Toga and then stands up and then puts her back down. But Toga jumps on his side and says, "I don't want to leave you yet. I don't know your name. What's yours?" Zukumtoya. But you can call me Justice. You could say, "I'm a new villain." You could say, "I'm gonna join you." Right? That a real Zukumtoya. Oh, you mean the kid's mother? You mean you're the kid's dead mother? He's Izuku says, "What? What you mean dead mother? My mother's still alive in Comodoria." "Oh, no, I heard her house burned down." Izuku shatters. His body doesn't shatter, but his mind, he mentally shatters. He's holding back a lot of pent up anger currently. So what he does is he starts floating, and he goes outside. He goes outside. He starts floating He starts floating. He goes outside. He goes into the air and screams his lungs. "No! Ah!" He screams his lungs out, and flames flames clash against each other. Flames and ice. Green flames and red and white ice clash against each other in the sky, making a sort of sun and moon. Half the like a sort of look of half the sun and half the moon is there, and lasers, and his lasers are out of control, shooting into the sky and shooting onto the ground randomly. Shooting into the sky as a massive beam shoots into the sky, piercing through the clouds and going to the moon, pointing at the moon because it's Kennedy night. Shoots at the moon, making a massive dent on the moon, which could not be clearly seen from Earth, but could be seen if you were on the moon, as seen as a dent in the moon. Not a dent, but a crater in the moon, on the moon. I mean, scream as he screams to the sky, and the League of Villains see his power outraged because of his mother's death. He falls back down after using so much power. Toga twice makes a bunch of clothes which catch Izuku, and Toga takes him and puts him on the medical bed. Next day, a few weeks later after that incident of Izuku's outburst, and because they had to move headquarters because of Izuku's outburst, meaning that's a lot of people, a lot of heroes who have come there, so they had to go to a different headquarters. So a few months has passed. Izuku has now become a little bit attached with Toga and Twice, because they understand his pain more than others. And now all for one and one for all for one, and and all for one gives him the opportunity to. I'm telling you what happens in a few weeks. All for one gives him the opportunity to become a villain. He takes the hand, and yes, Izuku becomes a villain for the League of Villains, and with him becoming a villain, he does some side jobs now. Izuku's kind of popular for being a hero, a villain who kills with no mercy. A villain he's known as a villain who has multiple quirks, they think, but it's actually one quirk called Injustice, and because the quirk named itself Injustice, and he's getting popular for going on killing sprees, killing heroes, vigilantes, even villains, just killing whoever. So Zuko, with all his anger, with him becoming a new villain who's known for killing I can explain a little bit of this gruesome scene. There's this one scene of a family, of a son, a daughter, a father, and a mother, and a dog. What Izuku did was force the parents were asleep together, and the children were asleep in the other room. Izuku saw this and was like, he also has the F3 ability. Izuku saw this and said, pathetic. Went to this house just for no reason, and went through the building to the parents' room and started choking the mother, while the father tried punching him using his quirk, which was a time freeze quirk. But it didn't really work on Izuku because it was a really weak one, so it really didn't really do that much time freeze. So he kept on punching Izuku, trying to do as much damage as to drop, while the wife was getting choked. And children hunters and came and saw this. So Izuku did this instead. Froze the mother's neck and cracked the mother's neck. Then went to the father and stabbed his hand, grabbed the heart of the father, and pushed his hand through the father's chest. And instead of killing the children, he made the children eat the father's heart, the mother's head, and the dead dog. Because to Izuku, the world is injustice. So might as well kill the world itself. So he did this and forced them. After this, those kids didn't die. They went to the police. They called it. And after what the police heard, the police threw up. After seeing the scene, the gruesome scene, the neighbors called the police. The police came inside, saw Zuko forcing the kids to eat the father's heart. They saw, because they could see the father had no heart, the mother had no head, and the dog was just dead. And the father and the children had to eat those specific things. Eat those specific things while crying. So Zuko was known for being a gruesome and heartless, unforgiving villain who would freeze you, burn you, or even laser eyes you, or even give you a more gruesome death just because you did not obey him. And because of that, Injustice was a popular name in the criminal and hero society. In a hero society, as a unforgiving villain, in the villain society as a villain who became a villain because he lost everything. When he walks down through the League of Villain headquarters, when they see him, they keep quiet. But when he sees All For One, he chats. He's like, "How are you, All For One?" Toga is right next to him with Twice. They're just talking around, talking with her, talking around, talking while walking with him to each other, and tell them to keep quiet. Shh. How are you, All For One? All For One replies by saying, I have been better. How are you? So, I heard you're planning to do the forest attack. Yes. We're planning to attack the forest to take some future candidates to be villains. Well, tell me how that goes, because I won't be a part of it. Huh? What you mean? I own you, boy. Izuku, after turning around and trying to walking away, and then when Offone said, I own you, boy. I made you who you are. I gave you the chance to become a part of the League of Villains. Azuku speed blitzed. All For One, choking him. Never, ever say you made me. I was made because of the injustice in this system, in this whole world. I should kill you now. But your pathetic, worthless corpse wouldn't even be cleaned with my own hands. Understand this, All For One. I'm only with you because of Toga and Twice, my best of friends. They wouldn't leave you because they think they need you. I know they don't. They need me. He throws All For One back onto his throne. Now that's the kid I wanted. Fine. You can go wherever you want, Prince. You can go wherever you want. Actually, I'll go with you. I'm just gonna watch. Nothing more, nothing less. You're just gonna watch, yes. I'm just gonna watch. But if I hear something going wrong, just know I'm gonna be there. Ha. I'm gonna watch what happens. Sharp, so the first J arc happens. Same thing happens, but when the firefighter hero kid is about to be killed by Muscular. Injustice is there. And he believes this kid doesn't need to die because Izuku has seen her that it's not everyone is evil. Some people have good hearts, some people are not corrupt, some people are not this and that. So well, the family killed, yeah, there were cannibalism. They would kidnap people and eat them. So yeah, just to clarify. Sorry about that. But yeah, Izuku Izuku would stop Muscular. Don't kill the kid. But I killed his parents. You wanna die today? And Muscular doesn't know. Muscular knows this is injustice. A man who has done some cruel things, right? Muscular thinks I can just be stronger than him. So like, maybe I might just kill two kids. You chose death. Izuku starts freezing Muscular's hands. Muscular's hands starts freezing. He's like, what? What's happening to my muscular hands? Ah, puts muscles over that, but it breaks. Ah! Izuku breaks his hands, ripping them off, and starts beating on Muscular with his own muscular hands. Until Muscular's nothing but a pulp. I told you you're gonna die today, kid. I told you you're gonna die, Muscular. But you chose to die instead of rise. Well, that's your fault. The kid, sorry, I still can't remember the kid's name. The firefighter kid was scared. Firefighter parent kids. Firefighter. Yeah, the water kid. I'm just gonna call him water kid. Was scared. Was crying. Izuku said, sorry, I got her hand. Izuku cleaned the blood off him. And cleaned the blood off the kid and himself. He said, okay, let's take it back. Everyone's like, they found out evidence that Izuku wasn't actually was a guy with a camouflaging quirk which allowed him to camouflage to look like a person. So they were like, oh shoot, it wasn't actually Zuko because it could have not been Zuko because of dada. This guy had actually red hair, or he had a little bit darker skin. It just camouflaged a little bit of his face and his height and all that to make him look more like a Zuko and not really 100%. So we're like, oh shoot, Zuko wasn't. So because now they can't even talk to Zuko and say, no, sorry for that, let me give you back a quick bada. No. Because now he's injustice. Injustice does not love, injustice hates. He flies back. Tomiyara, I think I'm saying his right. He's the kid's name right. Tomihara back to the cat girls. The cat crew. I'm just gonna call them the cat crew. The Meowsu crew. Shut. That works for me. Flies him back there, he puts him down and says, take care of him, please. They're like, injustice. Yes, but I did not mean to scare the kid. Just some villain wanted to kill him. And that was unjustified. Izuku flies back, seeing them take the kid in. and he escalates to the walls. He flies back. They see Zuko flying back, flying away. Puts his hands in his pockets and flies. Toga is doing whatever Toga did. But then, almost 1 hour. But then, Zuko. But then, not Zuko, not All Might. One of these characters, Bakugo gets captured and yeah, just Bakugo. Bakugo doesn't actually get captured. It's just like a way to just attack the children because they thought some pro heroes would be there. So they thought, oh, maybe All Might will be there. But they're like, oh shoot, no All Might, no Nana. So they just said, no, we don't want to capture anyone. Because like they're like Bakugo has All Might, has one for, no, yeah, they do capture Bakugo. And they say, All Might, All for One comes and Deku, they see Deku flying through the portal, looking down at all of them. And then Toga, like, Uraraka is saddened because Deku became injustice, something so powerful. And then what happens? Toga comes next to Deku and goes, hey Hotshot, let's go back. Let's go have some little bit of fun. Like, yeah, let's go have fun. Yes, now Toga and Deku are dating. So yeah, they go through a portal. Like they see them kiss, and they go through the portal. So that happens. All Might is about to take Bakugo's One for All and his quirk. Then All Might appears. All Might comes and finds out where they are, and then All Might goes there. You know what the deal. Hey, the pizza's here. Rings the bell. They didn't want another pizza. All for One. Just open the door. There's a little food. Yeah, they open the door. All Might. Did anyone order a Detroit smash? Destroying the building. Injustice. Injustice doesn't move, but when Injustice moves a little bit, and Toga and Twice fly, Injustice goes through and catches them and puts them in a safe location. Teacher, I'm gonna check out what's going on. Because he's fast, he doesn't even have to run to be fast. It's just gonna look like he walked there. Because he did. He's very fast. My 2 speeds are really fast speeds. No, he can at least move close to as fast as sound. Basically, JJK type speed. Yeah, that's it. So that's what happened. He put them in a safe location. He goes there. He sees All for One and All Might fighting. All for One and All Might are busy fighting. He believes the hero system is justice, and villain system more justified and more justice than the hero side. So you know what it does? When they both clash, basically before the fight starts, you may be like, am I gonna cut this out? I don't have an editor and I don't know how to edit. So don't blame me if you hear that I did not edit any of this. This is pure 1 55-minute animation, 55 minutes of my pure absolute thoughts. So before the fight happens, we see injustice there, which is Izuku. I'm clarifying again. Izuku is injustice. Injustice there. You might be like, Izuku and Justice. Izuku and Justice have become one because of the hand taken. Because of him taking the hand. By Injustice sees All Might and says, you look at the number one hero personally to Injustice. Wow. Izuku clapping his hands. I never thought I'd have the pleasure to meet Injustice. Wow, am I a lucky man or what? So this fight, I'm sure I'll explain this fight. The fight happens. All Might and Izuku clash. They're busy fighting. All Might is busy losing currently. All Might is losing. Izuku's getting stronger each time. He's like, this is for the hero system, the more unjust system. The injustice, the corruption, the amount of times you've killed, but I never know about it. Izuku's powers are becoming more and more powerful with each injustice. All Might states. So Izuku's power becomes to a point that All Might's losing with a handful. So now Izuku broke All Might, because Izuku's not punching like randomly, like spots, like he's not punching the face, he's not punching like random spots, he's punching the liver, so he's weakening All Might also. He kicks All Might. Oh, sorry for the sound effects. He kicks All Might through buildings, then laser beams through those, then slides, then my brain flies into air, flies down in a drop kick formation, and then using All Might's ability to slide and laser beams All Might at the same time. Then flies up into the air, kicking All Might into the air. Kicking from All Might into the air, then dropping down, and then doing the exact same thing again and again and again. Basically, jumping from All Might's body from All Might's body that's in the ground into the air and drop down again 3 times, breaking All Might's ribcage. And then he holds All Might by the neck. You are a failure of a hero. Number 1. More like number nothing. He starts freezing All Might's body. If you know this is something, then you should know it. He freezes All Might's mouth from screaming, and laser beams All Might through the eye socket, through the back of his head. Throws All Might's lifeless corpse on the side. And Zuko and Toga and Twice come to Zuko, and Zuko goes to them, but Bakugo comes up and is about to hit Twice and Toga with his quirk, and Izuku immediately dashes to him and punches Bakugo's heart out of his chest. Punches Bakugo's heart out of his chest, meaning Izuku's fist went through his chest, and Izuku's arm and fist went through his chest. Bakugo drops down dead. So yeah, the world goes on, knowing that there's a new villain in town named Injustice, and the world changes. Bara 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 bara. I don't know what happens at the end, but that's the one shot. Please don't rage me. Please don't be angered. This is my first video from a long time, so it's still kind of hard to keep my creative mind without going with trillions of different possibilities I could do this. But yeah, it's your boy Anything Up in this hood, and I will see you later. Any squad, see you soon when I put another video.